Hi guys, I want to address some stuff going on in the party. There's some foolishness happening. I want to start this off by saying, do you guys understand that our country is at war? That we have a regime in Washington, D.C. right now that has allowed open borders where we now have some of the most nefarious gangs in our borders causing issues. Do you understand how fast inflation is rising and how scary that is for what the American dollar is becoming? Do you not understand that we have BRICS nations coming together? That's Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, that are on the gold standard and joining together to have a currency to rival ours. Do you understand that the invasion is not just about taking over America? It's about completely making us a third world country to make us irrelevant. I don't understand why you guys are fighting like middle school girls. I don't understand what's happening in the Republican Party. There is a division that is uncalled for. Now, I understand that there is a group that is considered a grassroots and a group that is considered establishment. I find that to be unnecessary because we are all in the same boat. We are all on the same team. None of us want to watch our country be overtaken. None of us want to have our kids groomed in schools with pornographic books and with drag shows for kids. None of us want to let illegal citizens vote in our elections. There are so many things that we are on the same page of. I don't understand why we're getting caught up in the middle. Now, there is a class of people that have gotten involved very recently because they saw what was happening in the country and they felt like they had to. And I understand that there is another class that is upset about that because they don't feel like that the new patriots have paid their dues. You need to get over it because we're at war, and you need to be thankful for everyone who has joined the troops to fight back. I would also say that we cannot just assume someone is against us because they've been in the party for a long time. I will say that if you are part of the Uniparty, we have no interest in playing. The Uniparty is what has caused this issue. We believe as patriots that the Republican Party is more than raising money and getting Republicans elected. You do have to do both. But the Republicans that I'm going to get behind are not Republicans that are going to vote against the party platform. The party platform is in place for a reason. Our rules are in place for a reason. There is a class of people that want to have rules for thee and not for me. That's not okay. We want everyone to play by the same rules, and we just want things to be fair so we can fight and together and fight for our country. There's a seminar of some type by some guy. I asked everyone I knew and nobody's heard of him. But this guy that's coming in from out of state to do what he's called issues on the grassroots and his take on that. You guys, that sounds very divisive. Especially the name of it is The Great Divide. And I would say shame on any leadership that would back such a divisive thing to put on. I've heard rumors about General Flynn. Let me tell you, General Flynn is not giving any orders. That's ridiculous. And I do find it hilarious that some people pretend to know how close General Flynn and Trump are and whether or not Trump likes Flynn, and these people have not even talked to either one of them. I know that Wayne Hill is getting blamed for a lot of this. It's not my understanding that Wayne Hill has even met General Flynn. If he has, it's been once, maybe twice at most, but I don't know that it's happened at all. I can promise you that nobody is taking orders from anyone. We are just saying in this party, everyone needs to follow the same rules and we have the same values. Guys, our country is at war. This ridiculous, childish, divisive behavior has to stop. If you are going to have a ruling class and then you're going to have the peasants, you're going to get pushed back against. But this is just, I don't understand why we want to have these games. I have found most of the people in the Republican Party to be very honorable people. Wayne Hill is a man of great integrity. He is a patriot. I don't agree with everything he's done, but I can tell you that he's amazing, and I stand with him and by him. He's a great man. To attack him is insane. To say he takes orders from General Flynn is laughable, and it's just projecting. Those that are actually causing the division are doing stuff like I said, the ruling class. There are, there were assigned seats when this is just an example of what happens across the board. When we went to our breakfast delegation at the RNC, there was the front of the room that had assigned reserved seats, and the back of the room did not. How was it decided who was reserved? Because obviously maybe some, should have, Ryan Walters was there, I think he should have a reserved seat. There were volunteers. There were people that were not elected to any position that had reserved seats, but they were friends with the right people. And the people like the vice chairman of the party, whether you like him or not, he should have had a reserved seat because he's the vice chairman of the party, and that's who the people elected. These favoritism type of games. And that one thing isn't enough to get upset over. It's just an example of the type of behavior that has gone on. We must play by the same rules so that we can fight this together. I don't understand why the middle school antics continue, but I call on the party to stop. I call on both sides to stop. We are at war. You guys understand that we must get Trump elected or this will be the last election? We do not have the luxury of playing into these childish games. You guys, pull your head out of the sand and act right. We're grown-ups together. You don't have to like the people next to you fighting, but if they're on the same team, then you fight with them. Quit fighting against each other. We don't have time for your stupid games. Thanks.